name is Anna Grace Raddick. I'm at the Social Security office in Hanover. I have to move to the side because it's so bright. The reason why I'm here is because I came here more than 10 times, maybe 15 times, to try to get a new Social Security number because mine has been compromised in a human trafficking situation. I was contacted by organized crime who told me that they wanted me to collect $1 million on my ex-husband's life insurance. I said no. I got hurt really, really bad and intimidated. I complained to the local, state, and federal police anyway, and the U.S. Marshals, even though I got really hurt in doing so. I have been here so many times. The Social Security office here in Hanover did not accept my paperwork until I ran for state senate in Massachusetts. That's really wrong. Imagine all the people who don't run for state senate. Their paperwork is never accepted. I was just told today, here's my receipt. I was just here today. It says August 11th, 192. I was just here and I basically asked them why I haven't been able to get a new Social Security number. They said that I received a letter a year ago saying it was denied. I did not receive this letter. But apparently my request has been denied. I have been harassed by these people who are harassing me. I'm told MetLife paid for them to harass me. And MetLife does this a lot. I feel that someone's trying to entrap me so that I lose my temper because this has been going on for 3 to 4 years where I've been harassed and stalked. Someone's trying to see if I lose my temper so then they can press criminal charges against me. Recently, the CEO of MetLife, after I tried to see him twice, the FBI told me to go to Manhattan the first time around about 2 years ago to complain. They didn't even have anyone meet with me, not even a fraud officer. They turned me away. I actually left peaceably. Then I went back in March. I also went to the head of the Social Security office in Maryland to meet with Commissioner Colvin. I tried to meet with her. I had written her a letter. I did receive a letter back thanking me for letting her know what's happening in this country, but then she never replied to me. So I wanted to see directly. I thought there would be a Social Security headquarters there. I could talk with somebody, but there was just security detail. So I did go to MetLife in Manhattan 2 years ago, and then also in March. I was turned away and told that no one wanted to speak with me. This is because they're doing money laundering against Americans, vets, police, and regular citizens. I found out because my grandfather was a United States Marine. So somebody tipped me off. I came up with a new ID program available through local police. I ran it by local, state, and federal police, including U.S. Marshals. Every level of police that I've spoken to, who shall go unnamed, but even in my campaigning, every single person I've spoken to likes the idea of having a new ID program available to local police where there's an interagency protocol working with the marshals to give people new IDs so they can live in their hometown with their family and friends. I mentioned this program to the Social Security Administration. They are not interested in implementing it. They have not even responded. Do you want to know why? It's because there's so much crime going on and corruption in the United States government and also in Wall Street, and they're all protecting each other. Well, I could be anyone's daughter. My grandfather was a Marine. I had another grandfather that worked on Wall Street. When is this going to stop? And I'm told that I'm not basically the typical person this happens to. It usually happens to people who can be highly discredited, or people who don't feel like they can talk to authority figures, people who are kind of on the outside, the fringes, or people who are just basically highly discredited. Some people have had reports made up about their lives, like criminal in other ways, so that they feel scared to even report these crimes. I can't understand. I went to the court in Plymouth, Massachusetts. I'm sorry, it's very bright here, but I went to the court in Massachusetts, Plymouth court. I changed my name. A judge changed my name for me. I had sufficient evidence that showed that I was being trafficked. I also had the motive, which is the $1 million life insurance policy, a copy of it. A motive that would have been sufficient to implicate that there might be some untoward crime going on. So anyway, CEO Steve Kandarian of MetLife called the local police not too long ago. I called many, many times because I was told to. I was told that basically I could maybe make an appointment with them. So I called many, many times. They did not want to make an appointment. So recently I received a message on my phone. Someone hacked into my phone and said, you tell them that your grandfather was a U.S. Marine, and if they tried to steal money from you, basically they would be sorry. So Steve Kandarian calls the local police and tries to have me arrested because I communicated that. Do you want to know why? Because these life insurance companies, they arrest people. They try to frame murders on the individual, the man or the woman, the wife or the husband, and they throw, one of them gets killed and the other person goes in jail. So this guy was trying to frame me. Well, I took a police officer exam about a year and a half ago. So that actually means that if anything happens to me, that whoever's in charge, which I believe it is MetLife, would not even be charged with a felony, but they would be charged with much worse. And it doesn't even matter that I was a police officer or not. So anyway, when he called the police, that's a lot like a drug addict, a drug dealer, calling the police about his drugs. So it's pretty much, he basically just kind of shot himself in the foot by doing that, because he basically told them that this, I said that someone said this. Well, now he's on the radar in a money laundering scheme. So I can't understand why I can't get a Social Security number. I ran for state senate and I'm running for Congress. One of the reasons why I'm running for Congress is because I don't think this should happen to any other person in the United States. This is a free country, and no one has the right to harass, stalk, or hurt an individual for money like this. No one has the right to falsely imprison people and to basically ruin their lives for life insurance and even take their lives away. I value human life, and people actually fight for this country so that people are free. Not so bad people can just take advantage of people and exploit them and treat them like commodities for life insurance. So I'm running for Congress of the 9th Congressional District in November. I don't just have complaints about what happened to me, I have actual solutions. I have a new ID program available through local police that would save lives. It would actually save lives, and people could live in their hometown with their family and friends with a new ID. I also came up with this idea where an alphabetical indicator could be placed on people's Social Security accounts through the local police. And I also came up with ways to strengthen the Federal Immigration Office, which is an extremely weak entry point into the United States, that's going to make the homeland more secure. And I brought these to DC. I brought them to the attention of Congressman Keating, Senator Warren, and Senator Markey. And the reason why I'm running is because I was told it would take 15 years to pass all my ideas into law. Why would it take 15 years to pass all of these things into law? That's way too long when a corporation or an organization can pass something in a year. So basically, I'm just trying to do the right thing so that nobody ever has to go through this again. I'm told that the policy that I signed was a 20-year policy, so it ends in 2026. So by 2026, apparently I'm supposed to lose my life so that MetLife can then launder money. At the time that I will have passed, no one will be there to fight for the right things or fight for my life. And everyone's just kind of like watching as this happens. I feel that why can't the life insurance industry create a new product where they can extract money without resorting to these murders? I can't even believe that these people are getting away with this. I just can't even believe it. And these people are hoping, because I'm female, like historically they've been doing this for a long time. MetLife has been around for like 100 years. But before that, they were tauntines, and they were doing this for many years. They, especially to women, because women, I guess, it can be highly discredited as being hysterical or mentally unstable. for many years, I don't know if a lot of young people know this, but that's been the case for women. Women's rights are just a very new thing. So they generally fabricate problems with a woman and things like that just to basically discredit her or make it so that people don't believe what's going on, so that they look the other way, so that they can extract money. This is human trafficking. It's called financial trafficking. And there's little that law enforcement can actually do about it right now. So I'm trying to do something about it. And I created these new laws, and I really hope that you guys will give me a chance to represent this area, and I promise that I won't let you down. I'll fight for the right things, and I'll even put my life on the line for it.